on MTV Sports like to do things a little differently. And for the very first time in Sri Lanka, we bring to you the home makeover. Now, wouldn't you love it if a random but creative group of people invade your home and transform it into the dream house that you've always wanted? Well, that's what today's program is all about. We are going to transform an average Sri Lankan home into something extraordinary. So I think we need to go see what we have to work with today. Let's check it out. Alright, so we are now inside the home that we've chosen for the makeover today. Now, of course, it looks like a really nice house, but of course it can use a little bit of a facelift. But that's what our group of designers are here to do today. So I am going to go right now and surprise the homeowner. Let's go. Hello there.
Hello.
Welcome to MTV Sports Home Makeover. Now, you have been selected as the first person to have their home transformed into the dream house that you've always wanted. So congratulations.
Thank you.
You look a bit surprised now.
Yes,
What
I
are
am.
all these people doing in my home now? There's a large crowd behind us as well. But tell us, are you excited about this?
Oh, yes, yes.
So you think that your house needs a bit of a makeover?
Yes, actually, this house is over 70 years old, so it could do with a little bit of transformation.
I see. All right. So introduce yourself now to us.
I'm Shamini.
And do you work as?
I'm a Montessori teacher.
All right, so brilliant. So, Shamini, do you want to show us your home and we'll see what we have here to work with?
Yes, of course.
All
come
right,
in.
thank you. Wow, so we are inside your house right now, Shamini. Looks
Yes.
beautiful, but of course, I see that there's a lot that we can work with here as well.
Yes, I can imagine.
So we will have a chat about it, shall we?
Yes, please do.
Thank you. All right, so first thing I have to ask you is, before we can transform this into your dream home, what would your dream home actually be like?
Actually, I like the old-fashioned house effect, and it's just that there are a few renovations and stuff that needs to be done.
All right. So, are there any favorite pieces of furniture that you're really attached to and you really don't want to see the designers taking them out?
I like to have this set.
Oh, the sofas that we're sitting
Yes,
on right now.
yes.
Okay. But would you be very sad if you walked back into your living room and the sofas are missing?
I think so.
Or you might like whatever new concoctions the designers have cooked up as well.
Yes, I'm willing to.
So you're willing to experiment?
Yes, I will.
So you're going to trust us with your home, are you,
Yes,
Shamini?
yes, I
All
will.
right, that's all we need to hear right now on the program. So I think that you need to meet the team of designers who are going to work their magic on your home.
Yes, I would love to.
All right, so let's go meet them now.
Okay.
So now you're going to meet the design team who are going to be taking over your home. Guys, come on. This is the homeowner, Shamini. And Shamini, meet our team. Now this is Sanjula, and I'll let Sanjula introduce the rest of the
Hi,
team.
nice to meet you.
Same here.
This is Anuma Hafiza,
Hey.
and that's Ashwin.
Hi.
We are all from a design studio.
Yeah.
And they look like they're armed and ready now and they're going into battle. So I think they're ready to take over your home. So we are going to ask you to just step outside for maybe a few hours, maybe a bit more than that, for however long it takes for these guys to work their magic.
Okay.
So Shamini, it's all in our hands now. I hope you trust us.
Yes, I do.
All right, so we'll ask you to leave and designer, you can take over. Come on.
I just don't know. I have been put in the kitchen right now, and they have closed the doors. Actually, I heard that this is the first time they're doing this in Sri Lanka for the first time. And I was kind of excited also that they chose our house as the first.
All right, Sanjula, so this is what your team has to work with today. Take a good look. Now I have to inform you that your team will take over the dining room area as well as the living room, and there's one bedroom as well. So that's what you have to work with today.
Great.
So can I ask you what your first impressions are?
Well, I see some great features here right away. Some of the louvers, and I see an amazing cut and polish floor. So I think we have some
Great things to work with.
Yes.
But I have to ask you about what you might be taking out as well. Now the homeowner, Shamini, mentioned that she's a bit attached to her sofa set. So is it something that you feel you can work with, or you see better things for the living room?
I definitely see better things for the living room, simply because this sofa set is very dark. And
Okay.
also, as you can see, there are quite a few pieces of it, which makes the space very small and claustrophobic.
I see.
So something light and airy would do the trick.
And also you mentioned the floor. Now this is a cut cement floor, isn't
That's
it?
correct, yes.
And-
And it's a great job.
So this is an element that you're definitely going to keep in your design.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Then let's go see what the dining room looks like. Huh?
So we came into the Dehiwala house here a couple of days ago. We had a look around. The pieces of furniture and the total feel of the space seemed pretty dark and very heavy. So we decided to actually get rid of most of the pieces that they already had and to give it a very light touch. So we went from room to room, looking at the pieces of furniture we could keep and what we could get rid of. And we thought the existing floor, especially in the living room and the dining room, was amazing. So we all thought we should highlight that aspect.
All right. So what do you think of the dining room area?
I see quite a few timber stain colors here, and I think again it will make the space quite smaller and claustrophobic. I mean, example, this cabinet, it's quite heavy and quite bulky for a space like this.
Okay, all right. So you don't think that you're going to keep that?
No, definitely not. But I do see these beautiful picture frames. I think it's her wedding, and I think we should definitely keep these. End of the day, we're trying to create a home here. So these are quite important elements to have around.
All right. And also, there are some other key pieces of furniture and the pictures that are hung on the wall. Things like that. There's a fan here next to me.
Yes.
Do you see yourself
I
keeping it?
think this has quite a lot of potential. So I think this is the keeper.
Oh, okay. I really want to know what you have in mind here. And another thing I wanted to ask you is the fact that there isn't really a lot of natural light in this area. So anything that you can do design-wise to change that?
Yes, definitely. I mean, let's look at the curtaining here. They've used quite a heavy color here, again making it quite dark.
Okay.
So if you change the curtains into a much lighter fabric, I think it will bring in a lot of natural light.
That seems to make sense. So on that note, I think we have to go and see one more room, and that is the bedroom that you'll be taking over. So let's go have a look.
Then moving on to the bedroom, what we found was everything was a bit of a mess in there. Mismatched furniture, it's quite cluttered, and the floor was quite in a quite bad state.
All right. So this is the bedroom that you'll have to work with today. What do you think?
I think first of all the floor will definitely, you'll have to redo it. No two words about that.
All right. Anything else?
The storage units, I mean, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 types of storage units here, which again clutters the space, and it's always good to have a flowing language in a space. So yes.
It really does look completely different one from each other, doesn't it?
Yes.
All right, so this is something you'll change as well, and some of the fittings as well. This for example? Does it fit into anything you have in mind?
Not really, no, unfortunately.
It might be a bit hard to fit that into whatever design you come up with.
Yes.
All right then, so you've had a little look-see now. I think you can convey what you've seen to your team members as well.
Absolutely, yes.
And we'll start discussion about what you can do.
Sounds good.
Let's go.
So guys, what do you all think about the spaces?
It's too much going on in, like one design doesn't add up with the other.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
yeah, I think we need to, we can keep only very little. Like you saw the fan, I just love it. It
Yeah.
has this industrial, simple look to it. So I think we could keep that. Do you like it? I love it.
like the fan. I like the cotton polish floor. That
I
we
think
actually can keep that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We can actually definitely should try and get a lot more light in there because I don't think there's enough at the moment.
So who wants to take what then?
I don't mind taking the living room. The dining area.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm left with the bedroom. I like to work with the bedroom.
So today I'm overlooking the living room area, and we're planning on taking all the furniture out and creating a sort of main focus on the sofa. And currently the sofa that's there is quite bulky and dark, so we want to lighten it up and kind of give the room a bit more of an airy feel.
Well, I have been designated the bedroom area, but you have to understand that we work as a team and everything has to go in hand. There has to be a continuum.
The dining area and the living areas connected to each other, and therefore we gave it a complementary look.
So it fills up the whole space, so it just doesn't work. I think we should move it into a room because the room looks a bit empty. So I have a couple of ideas. Let's talk about it. But
you can have the fan.
just repaint the blades hot pink and have a hot pink chair. That would look. It would be subtle and.
All right, Sanjula, so I think your team have decided what they're going to do, right?
Yes, we have discussed among ourselves what's going to stay and what is going to go.
So what's the next step?
I think we should call in the guys and get them to move all the stuff out.
All right, then time to
Guys,
cleanse this.
come in. Take everything out.
So when we first came in, we saw that the house had a lot of potential, and unfortunately I don't think the owner might have seen this potential, so hopefully we'll be able to enhance it when we come in today and do our job.
So we're in the living room space right now, and these guys are just about to install the new curtaining. Now again, make sure the floor is protected. Now there's the ladders they're using, they have rubber stoppers so it doesn't damage the floor. And also installation of the curtaining, make sure it's aligned. That is the key factor when you install curtains. And make sure you select the right color that will go in this particular area, whichever the area you selected. And next point would be the fact that you need to make sure you select a curtain where when you desire that you bring in as much as natural light into the space.
So as a team, we're trying to make all spaces work together and complement each other because we want the house to flow within the spaces in terms of design and colors and scheme.
So we've taken all the furniture out of the living room and we've fitted in the new sofa. We're trying out some accessories here to see what would go with this particular space. The coffee table's moved in and these two chairs with the rug. Ashwin,
Yeah.
what do you think? What would go here?
Trying to figure out like where, because we shouldn't be like,
Do you think the table is too empty now? When this stuff is all going to go,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
So what are we going to put on the table?
It's a decision as a team we should make, and at the moment we are in the process of trying to
Just
figure out what
clutter?
goes in it. Yeah.
Okay. And these can be moved to the
That's moving to the dining table.
dining table or the long table, the console table?
We thought of moving that to the.
That to the dining or that to the coffee
I think
table?
This should go to the dining.
This should go to the dining. Okay.
And here we have the living room area. Wow, what a difference this is from the first time we saw this space.
Seems lighter?
It definitely does, because I remember
Good.
that we had some dark furniture here.
Exactly.
And you mentioned earlier that maybe that's what's making the space look so dark, and that's correct.
Now, do you see the difference in using, I mean, it's a single piece sofa, which is quite big enough for quite a few people to sit.
Definitely. You can try and sit on this.
Yes. And how does that feel?
It's a very, very nice sofa. I give it an approval. But these cushions as well. Now you've used some different patterns and different colours.
Patterns, yes, but they complement each other. They're in two different colors. I mean, there's a similar color which is the white, but it's in the same language. So I think it goes just fine with this place. The colors and I mean, the sofa color, if you think about it, it's very neutral. And if you can look at the back, we've used a particular color paint, which again highlights this particular area, which is actually the color of the sofa. So again, it's not very loud, it doesn't take up much of the space in the living room, but it blends and it highlights the sofa in amazing ways.
And it's all about the detail as well, isn't it? Because when you see the room for the first time, you think, wow, I mean, this is a very classy look and it's very elegant, there's nothing too loud about it, but then you look at the little details. and you think, wow,
It's
so
always little details that
thought.
makes a big difference.
Definitely. And if you speak about the coffee table that we have here,
Again, we selected a very, very simple design which covers the purpose of having a coffee table, and again it's teak, and it's a light textured timber which matches the coffee table over there, the side table rather, where we displayed the fresh flowers. Again, fresh flowers, I think it's a fantastic idea to have fresh flowers in a house.
so that's a great little tip, isn't it?